All right, we're here for fantasy football, getting ready to start this podcast here. I'm Cameron. Jonathan will be doing the running backs and tight end rankings, but we're going to go ahead and jump into the wide receiver and quarterback rankings on today's two episodes that release. Why don't we jump into receivers first? Because I know I do. I want to win in fantasy football. So we're going to give you my rankings, and you guys can take it from there. These are based on how I feel the matchups are going to go and how they're going to rank accordingly. So going down this list right off the bat, you already got Justin Jefferson. You already know. Best receiver last year. Going to bring him in here against a Bucs defense. Bucs defense is not the best this year. Not as good as it was last year or 2 years ago when they won the Super Bowl. They're a little bit worse than what they used to be. So we're going to have Justin Jefferson because he's a dog. Let's just be honest. He's a dog. He's going to run it regardless. He's going to run up those points, run up those catches, run up those yards, what we call yak, yards after catch. Tyreek Hill's number 2. This is going to be an explosive game. Chargers, Dolphins. No matter what, these guys are going to go probably 30 to 40 pass attempts. So they're going to get volume, they're going to get targets, and they're going to get the share. Even though you have Jalen Waddle there, Tua loves hitting Tyreek Hill, as well. So Tyreek Hill's my number 2. Jamar Chase at Cleveland. Looks like Denzel Ward might be out. He's in concussion protocol right now, so keep an eye on that matchup. I'm not jumping the gun on it yet. When Denzel and Jamar go at it, that's going to be a matchup that you want to watch, okay? That's just something you got to see. One person's winning the battle, but if I was going to look at the past and how it used to be, Denzel Ward's pretty good at holding down Jamar Chase. So if Denzel's out, he's going to be my number 3. But again, high-volume offense, they're going to pass. Burrow loves to pass. CeeDee Lamb's going to be my number 4. Sunday Night Football game against the Giants. Giants, not as good a defense as the last 3 that we just talked about. So we expect CeeDee Lamb to continue being CeeDee Lamb. A.J. Brown's going to be your number 5 ranking here against the Patriots. Defense is a little bit better than the Giants, so again, it's going to be one of those matchups you got to watch. But A.J. Brown being A.J. Brown, like CeeDee Lamb, I expect him to at least put up good enough fantasy numbers for him to be up there in the top 5. Stephon Diggs, on Monday night, you got at the Jets. Jets defense is going to be great, but again, Buffalo's got a high-octane offense. They're going to run with it. They're going to throw the ball, and Josh Allen knows how to sling it. So Stephon Diggs being his guy, expect Stephon Diggs to be up there in points as well. Garrett Wilson, same matchup on Monday night. Aaron Rodgers loves him. Everything we've seen report-wise, Garrett Wilson is that guy for them. And we're going to move on here to Cooper Kupp. Now, this is a question mark for him, or we'll see if he plays. Right now, he's questionable. If he does play, though, Matthew Stafford does not really have anybody to go to. Van Jefferson, that's all right. Tyler Higbee's probably the only other guy that's going to get targets other than maybe Cam Akers out of the backfield. But if Cooper Kupp plays, top 10 potential automatically right off the bat. DK Metcalf against the Rams. Rams defense is terrible. Just traded away Jalen Ramsey. I mean, they're in Miami now. He's in Miami. So DK Metcalf, being a beast of a monster as he already is, he's going to eat up against the Rams. That's going to be in my number 9th ranking. Devontae Parker. Devontae Smith. Devontae Smith at Patriots is one of those things. Again, their defense is good. Their secondary is good. But Jalen Hurts can sling it when he wants to. They're not going to throw 30 to 40 passes a game. But he's going to be somebody that's going to get the share, going to get the targets, going to get the looks. So make sure you're looking at him to get some points as well. Number 11, right out the gate, we're going to go with Amon-Ra St. Brown. At Chiefs, Thursday Night Football. Defense, they lost a couple guys. Juan Thornhill went to Cleveland. They just got rid of another cornerback as well on cut day. So if you're going to have to throw, Jared Goff's going to throw somebody. St. Brown's the guy. Devontae Adams for me is going to be number 12 at Broncos. Mile High Stadium, this is going to be a good matchup. I don't want to put him in the top 10 just yet. I want to see what he's got with Garoppolo. But again, one of those things where you look at it, he's going to have to throw to somebody. Why not Devontae Adams? Chris Olave at 13 against the Titans at home. Derek Carr knows how to throw it deep, and Chris Olave is a deep threat, so look for him to be up there as well at number 13. Calvin Ridley at Colts. This is going to be a good matchup. Number 14, Calvin Ridley at Colts. This is going to be a matchup that I can't wait to see myself after a year suspension. Calvin Ridley is finally back. This is something I expect to happen a lot is Calvin Ridley is going to be looked at for those dump-off run, maybe about another 5-10 yards. that yak's going to be incredible for him when he ends up catching that ball and doing what Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle have been doing. So expect that from Calvin Ridley. Speaking of Jalen Waddle, here he is at number 15 against the Chargers in LA. Same thing with Tyreek Hill. Tua and Waddle played together in Alabama. The chemistry's there. There's no doubt about it. So Jalen Waddle is going to be their number 15 for me because of the potential that he's going to have with the comparison with him and Tua. He's going to get the targets. He's going to get the looks, and he's going to get the volume. Deebo Samuel for me at number 16 at Steelers. I like Brandon Ayuk, but Deebo seems to be that guy that Brock Purdy goes to. And now that Trey Lance is gone, Brock Purdy's the guy. He's going to be the one at the helm. So with Brock Purdy there, as of right now, I'm going to go with Deebo Samuel until I see otherwise. Keenan Allen at number 17. Again, a team that's going to throw 40 times a game probably is going to be the Chargers. Justin Herbert knows how to dump off, he knows how to throw deep, and he knows how to hit up people over the middle, especially in tight coverage. That's going to be Keenan Allen for me at number 17. He's going to be the guy that Herbert looks to the most. Number 18, Amari Cooper against the Bengals. Deshaun Watson, we've seen what he had a little bit last year with him on 6 games. He did hit Cooper pretty well. They had chemistry early. And there are some other guys there now with Elijah Moore being added into the mix. You know, you have Donovan Peoples-Jones still there. Another third-round target for him is going to be Cedric Tillman that could potentially slide in there at the number 4 role. Maybe get him in there. And then, of course, you got Njoku, and it sounds like Nick Chubb's going to be catching passes out of the backfield. So, Cooper at 18. T. Higgins, same matchup. T. Higgins, if Jamar Chase isn't open, expect T. Higgins to be open. Because as much as Chase and Denzel Ward are up against each other, Newsom's pretty good against Higgins, but that's a 50-50 battle. I'm not putting anybody to win those battles. He's going to be number 19. Tyler Lockett at number 20 against the Rams. Same thing. Rams defense is not as good as they used to be. Expect Tyler Lockett to get that targets, get those volumes, and get those points. 21, DJ Moore hosting the Packers. A new offense for DJ Moore. And we've seen what he did in Carolina with Sam Darnold and Baker Mayfield. Now he gets a quarterback that had a great year last year in Justin Fields. Yes, Fields can run it, but I think people forget that Justin Fields can throw it. We've seen it in Ohio State, brought it in last year. He was throwing some great passes to Darnell Mooney before he got hurt. And on top of that, they went out and got Chase Claypool. Claypool is not going to be a guy that I'm going to put in here very often unless I see more from him. But DJ Moore, that chemistry seems right off the gate amazing with Justin Fields, so he's my number 21. Number 22, Christian Watkins, number 1 guy now in Green Bay. He was last year. He's a guy that's going to get targets, that's going to get the looks early and fast, and that's going to be something that Jordan Love needs out of this team. So Christian Watkins for me is number 22. Number 23, Deontay Johnson. Mr. Can't find the end zone last year. And I expect him to do a little bit better because now you got George Pickens who has made a statement for himself. So look for Deontay Johnson to get a little bit of a secondary look. I think Pickett's going to go to Pickens a little bit more than Johnson right out the first look. And then second look, you'll see Johnson. And that's where I think he's going to get more opportunities at the red zone. DeAndre Hopkins is going to be number 24 for me at Saints. Again, similar thing. He went from being the number 1 in Arizona. Now he's the number 1 in Tennessee. Look for Tannehill to be the guy that he goes to early is going to be Hopkins. Number 25 for me, Drake London. Drake London made a good impression last year for the Falcons, and that was with Marcus Mariota. I mean, come on. With Marcus Mariota, look for Desmond Ridder to be a little bit better than Marcus Mariota. So for me, London's going to get those targets from Ridder. Look for him to get some targets. 26, Cortland Sutton. Now that Jerry Jeudy's out for a couple weeks, it's going to be all Cortland Sutton. Russell Wilson, I expect a bounce-back year from him, so I think with Sean Payton pairing there, open up that playbook. I think it's perfect match for these receivers and Russell Wilson. Look for Sutton to be maybe a wide receiver 2 flex play for you this week, just to start out, but he's going to be the number 1. Speaking of number 1s potentially for right now, it's going to be Jahan Dotson. With Terry McLaurin out for a couple weeks, look for Dotson to get targets. Sam Howell. As soon as McLaurin came out, Sam Howell went right to Dotson for 5 straight plays. 5 straight plays of Dotson connecting on all of them. Guy's explosive, let's be honest. So for me, he's going to be somebody I look as a wide receiver 2, 1 play for the first couple weeks, and then maybe a wide receiver 2 flex. But as of right now, 27 on my rankings of 30, put him in there. 28, Mike Evans at Vikings. There's rumors of him getting traded now. But what are we going to see for the first couple weeks? I think you're going to see a lot of passing to see if you can get his value up. A lot of that's going to fall on Baker Mayfield too. But I think they're going to do a lot of those short to middle throws to try to find a way to get Evans' value up to maybe get a higher first or second round draft pick if that's what they're looking for. Staying with the same team, we're going to go with Chris Godwin at number 29. Same situation. If Evans isn't getting the targets, Godwin's going to get it. That's just something that's going to happen, and look for that to be the example here if the Vikings decide that they're going to double team or shut down Evans. And last but not least, George Pickens. We talked about it earlier with Deontay Johnson. Pickens is going to be the guy that's going to have Pickett looking to him first. Pickett to Pickens. Like that connection. Stick in your brain because it's going to happen a lot this year. And that's where we're going to end it today. Top 30 wide receiver rankings. We're going to have the quarterback rankings out coming up a little bit later this week or tomorrow. Look for that video, and we got running backs and tight ends on deck. So make sure you look out for those videos. On top of that, we're going to be doing our start sits, and if there's any injuries, make sure you look on our page. We'll be posting stuff as it needs to be posted. But other than that, you guys take care. Good luck on your fantasy week.